Hello and welcome to Rose Red Homestead. We are so grateful to have you along with us on this video. As by now, most all of you know that I have issues with heat. And we were recently stranded up at our cabin with a serpentine belt that had come off my truck. And I was in the heat outside for a while. Then I began to feel the effects of that. I have had a heat stroke before, so I'm more susceptible. And so we took our side-by-side Max back down to the cabin where I was able to get a wet cloth to put over my neck and sit in front of a fan, and it took me about an hour to recover. I also noted that after we published that video, it's called Stranded. It is over on our Trailgrazer channel if you would care to watch that. Many other people commented under that video that they also have trouble with heat, so it's quite widespread. In addition to that, we're here in the middle of the summer. It is July when we are making this video, and parts of the country are under heat waves. We're going to be over 100. The cabin is already hitting 104, 105. And in the summertime, there is also increased danger of power outages because of the draw on the grid from air conditioners. And I just decided that I needed to be a little bit better prepared. I was prepared when we had our issue at the cabin with my truck. I was prepared enough that I was able to recognize it. I recognize it anyway, but I was able to get to a better place than just under a tree out in the shade. Power outages in the middle of summer heat can be lethal for some people, especially older people and people with disabilities or illnesses. And we have done a number of videos about how to keep cool in the summer heat in the event of a power outage. But I decided I needed to go a step further for me to safeguard me, and thought, wow, this is not a bad idea. I decided to put together a personal, do-it-yourself, personal cooling kit in a container that I could take with me in the car, for instance, or up to the cabin, or just have right here. So that in a moment's notice, when I began to notice the effects of heat on my health, at any given moment, I have everything that I need to be able to counteract those effects. And so I went shopping at Dollar Tree, and I did not want to spend a whole lot of money. I tried to keep expenses really low, and I was able to find quite a few things. Now, there were a couple of things that I just couldn't find at the dollar stores that are in our area, and I did go to Amazon for a couple of things. But this is the little bin, the little tub that I got at Dollar Tree. This was $5, and I'll tell you what this is all about at the end, because it was powerful for me. So these are the things that I picked up at the dollar stores. First of all, this is just a little squirt bottle, and it shoots a fine enough mist that I can mist myself and get that evaporative cooling effect. And you know, you can spend a lot of money on these fancy misting bottles and all kinds of contraptions. And I always like to go just the simple way. A lot of times, the simple way is the best way. This was $1. And so I have filled it with water. It goes in my kit, and I have already used it, and I'll tell you about that in just a minute. I also picked up this water bottle. Now, I have a fancy water bottle, and here it is. I have gone through a number of brands. I have several of them up in the cabinet. This lives with me. Wherever I go, this water bottle goes. It goes with me in the truck and around the house. Wherever I'm sitting, my water bottle is pretty close by. And it is insulated. It is stainless steel on the inside, and then it has this ceramic coating on the outside. And ice water stays cold in here for well over 24 hours. And Jim has one of these as well. So this isn't part of my sort of emergency kit, because I have this with me all the time. But I wanted this one, and this also was just $1, so that I could fill it with ice and use it as a cold roller if I chose to. and it has a wider surface area, so I could roll it over the inside of my arms, in my armpits, which also helps you cool down if you can cool your armpits down, and all over where I can reach with this ice roller. So that's another thing I got at the dollar store. Then I got a couple of thin towels, and these are just more like dish towels than anything else, but I wanted 2 thin ones that I can keep with me in my kit, and I'll explain what these are for in just a minute, but I've got 2 of them. And then I got this little squirt bottle of Dial body wash. This is body wash, and it is a soap. It has peppermint in it and vitamin E. I really was looking for one that had tea tree oil in it. I couldn't ever find one. I can order those on Amazon, and they are more money than I wanted to pay, so I'm just using this. And then, of course, I got this bin, and this bin was $5. This was also just $1. Then the things that I got from, and then we picked this up at the grocery store, and I'll go into what this is for in just a minute, too. On Amazon, I got a set of 4 that are called cooling towels. I had originally started out thinking that I could just dampen these like I did at the cabin. I just dampened a dish towel and wrapped it around my neck. But as I got to reading, they now make special cooling towels, and most of them are long like this. And for people who go to the gym and play sports, those days are long gone for me. But the fact is that once you get one of these wet, and when I was doing field trips out in the desert, when I was a university professor and we would take teachers out to learn science inquiry at various places, I had a little thing that I wore around my neck that I could get wet in the morning, and it would stay wet a lot of the day. It was a round thing. It made out of a, what do you call those cowboy neckerchief things?
Bandana.
Bandana. It was like made, thank you. It was made out of a bandana and had some little cooling beads on the inside, and I wore that a lot. This beats that all to heck. This really is a wonderful invention, and 4 came in a package. I think it was like $12. And so you just get this wet, and then you can wrap it on your body anywhere. And then the last thing that I got, don't laugh, because it's really wonderful, is this fan. It goes around your neck like this, and then you turn it on. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's going, and I can aim these fans wherever I want to and just wear it around my neck. So see if I can turn it up higher, you can hear it. There you go, I bet you can hear that. Ah. And so with the combination of the mist on my face and neck and this fan that just blows right here, it's pretty wonderful. And then for me, this combination is really a good one for me. It really helped me. This is the little charger for this. Now they make much more expensive versions of these that don't have blades. If you have long hair, your hair could get caught down in here. So put your hair back in a ponytail before you put this around your neck. But they make them that are just like this, that are bladeless, and the air just blows. But they're twice or 3 times as much as I paid for this. So I always go, and I love this. It just works just fine. I think it was like, I don't know, $12, something like that, not very expensive. This is perfect for a foot soak, a cool foot soak, and that's what I use this little bit of soap for. So now I'm going to tell you the story. I've gathered all of these ingredients, read a lot of articles about different ways to keep cool, and I want to tell you what the peanuts are for first. An article by Eating Well really opened my eyes to the fact that staying hydrated is really important, but also preserving the electrolytes in your body. And they make all kinds of electrolyte drinks. I have some that I drink once in a while as well, or you can make your own mixture of electrolytes, but that is what really keeps you hydrated, in that the electrolytes help the water move into the cells. And so you drink lots of water, But water, just plain water, doesn't have electrolytes in it. But what I learned from that article is that if you take about 1 ounce of salted peanuts and eat those peanuts along with drinking water, you have the electrolytes that you need to stay truly hydrated. The salt on the peanuts helps, but also some of the components of the peanuts themselves have those ingredients that are electrolytes. Sodium is one, potassium is one. I don't remember what, there are about 4 or 5 of them. And they are found in peanuts, and 1 ounce is just hardly even a handful. So you can munch on a few peanuts as you drink your cold water. And for me, that combination is easier and better than it is for taking the Gatorade stuff that I usually take. That way I can just rely on water, and then I have enough peanuts. So last week, Jim and I were putting together a piece of furniture out on the back patio. And we started in the morning, and it started getting warmer and warmer. And our days right now are in the high 90s or low hundreds. And sometimes I get really intent on what I'm doing, or as Jim says, intense, and just block out almost everything except focusing on what the project is. It is hard for my bodily symptoms to penetrate my consciousness and say, hey, pay attention here, you're getting overheated. And that day was one of those days. And all of a sudden I began to feel a little nausea. And that for me is a trigger. So immediately we put down everything and came in the house. Fortunately, I had my kit already put together. And so this is what I did. The first thing I did was I got this wet and I wrapped it around my neck about like this. And then for a while, I even took the tail and just put it over my face like this to cool me down. I then sprayed my face and put my fan on over this wet cloth. This is cold and wet now. And so I put this on, turned it on, and began to get some immediate relief. And Jim sat me down. He takes really good care of me. And he filled this tub up to about right here with cool water. My feet get really hot. When I get overheated, my feet get hot in my shoes. And so he put cold water in there and just put a couple of drops of this soap in there. Now the reason I read in part of my research that you want to put something that is antibacterial, and soap is antibacterial, some are stronger than others, is because you want to kill any pathogens that might be there. And so you want to keep your feet just free from the invitation to get a foot fungus of some kind. As I put my feet, my hot feet, down in that cool water, it was one of the most cooling, wonderful sensations that I have ever had when I'm having one of these episodes. It was almost instantaneous when I began to feel cool again. And after I did these things, now I didn't have my peanuts that day, but I did make sure that I was drinking water. Next time I will have these as well. I did not use the ice roller because I had my cooling towel around my neck, but I have 4 of them. So I could also have gotten these wet and wrapped around my arms or put them anywhere else on my body that I needed to. And it took 15 minutes for me to recover from that little episode. And that is the quickest that I've ever recovered from anything. Now I want to talk about, there were a lot of warnings on doing a cool foot bath. And it can be very helpful to do that, but they just kept warning and warning every article that I read about foot fungus, that you want to be sure that when you take your feet out of the water, that you dry everything, between the toes and all around, because moisture and warmth is an open invitation for us foot fungus. Now, that is what these towels were for. They are thin so that they're easy to go between the toes and to dry all around. Now, we live in the desert, and so we don't have a lot of problems with our skin getting too exposed to fungi because we dry out. But I used to live in Houston, and it was very humid there, and we had to be very careful of that sort of thing. So depending on where you live, and that's why I wanted something with tea tree oil, because that would have been a more powerful bacteria inhibitor than just this little bit of vitamin E and peppermint or whatever that says. But in any case, this really, really worked for me. It would work for me at home when I'm out doing gardening. I can put a cooling towel around my neck with my fan going, and I can pick tomatoes or weed or do whatever I want to without the worry of becoming overheated too quickly. I also have my water with me at all times as well. But I can do it here at home outside, or if we were to have a power outage and our home heated up, then if I got too hot, I have this little kit that I could do for myself. Now, what was interesting, that same time that Jim and I were working so intently on that piece of furniture outside, putting it together, he didn't realize that he was also having effects from the heat. Jim had his first experience with heat exhaustion, or at least near heat exhaustion. And so he did not want to do any of this stuff because, you know, he's a man and he's tough. But I did talk him into joining me with my foot bath. And it was too cold and too shocking for him. And he gets chilled very easily. Of course, we have opposite needs for heat and for cool, especially when we're sleeping, and so isn't that just the way it goes most of the time? But in any case, you might want to just check yourself what your tolerance is. Now, I loved the cold water. He hated it. And so to cool your feet, you may want to use just tepid water rather than cold water, so just be careful with that. But I just think that this is a wonderful idea, and this goes with me everywhere I go in this little container. It is very easy to just toss it into my truck. This is the container for this. So it was the towels and the fan that I got on Amazon, and everything else came from the dollar store, or this came from a grocery store. So this is my little kit, and it's very easy to carry. Now, I'm going to put the links for the two Amazon things in case you want to check them out. But just know that there are other types of fans if you want to go more expensive and not have the fan blades running around your neck. Then you can pay twice or three times the amount that I did for this little one and get exactly what you want. So this is one way that we can all keep cool. And it was not very expensive at all by the time I had done most of my shopping at the Dollar Tree. So I hope that you find this useful. Every person in your family can make their own little personal, do-it-yourself personal cooling kit. So let us know what you think, and also if you have other additions that you think might also work for a kit like this, please suggest them, because we work together to keep each other safe and ready for emergencies, and your ideas are always wonderful and well received by others on our channel who also comment. So thank you for watching, and we will see you very soon for more videos.